Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome once again to my CRPG News Roundup, where each week I take a look back at the week in tabletop, in computer and console role-playing game news for this one, and bring you the highlights, this time for April 12th, 2025, and once again be without graphics and such. I gotta be honest, I don't even know, I didn't even know if I was going to get this video up. Let's just say that my mom took a turn for the worse on Monday, and I've been basically in an ICU trying to help her recover for the week. But I need some distraction, so I'm going to get you the news, at least in this one. The tabletop version may be a little delayed. Anyway, it looks like the Elder Scrolls Online is getting a new set of content in the Seasons of the Worm Cult group of expansions. It'll include not only adventure content, but some feature upgrades such as subclassing and more. It looks like the Last Spell is getting its second DLC, releasing on April 22nd. It will be called the Elves of Amberwald, and will add a new map, a new elven character class, as well as new weapons and so on. Vambrace Dungeon Monarch will be exiting early access on May 8th. It is a card-based battler where you build various decks and defend dungeons. It'll include tactical-based gameplay as well. Toward Dawn is also set to release on May 8th, inspired by Welsh mythology. There is a demo available. Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era is set to release into early access this summer. It is an attempt to revitalize the Heroes of Might and Magic series by producing a prequel that harkens back to the first few entries into the classic series. Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault, is also set to release sometime this summer. It'll be an action RPG targeting the PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X/S, following up on Moonlighter from 2018. It'll mix shopkeeping and dungeon crawling. Sacrifier is looking to release on PC sometime in first quarter of next year, with console versions set to follow later on. It has you following a soldier trying to get into an elite group within the church while protecting the city from the demons on the surface above. Tomo Endless Blue is set to release sometime in 2026 for the PC. It looks like it'll be a voxel-based open-world game with creature collecting features, and is being developed by a number of people that worked on things such as World of Warcraft, Baldur's Gate 3, Fortnite, and so on. Stormbinders was announced, and it looks to be another Heroes of Might and Magic-like strategy game with RPG elements. Quite a few of these coming out now. Then Neverway will be a horror life sim style RPG where you start working on a farm only to become the herald of a dead god. Targeting the PC, it looks to have a sort of retro monochrome look. Ember and Blade looks to be an action roguelike survivor game, except with a rich narrative where you play a demon hunter looking to prevent an archdemon from escaping. As far as actual releases go, we have the Shadow of the Depth, which looks to be an action roguelite with a top-down view where you creep into a dungeon and eradicate various monsters. Then Sandwalkers is a roguelike, but with turn-based exploration and combat where you build up an entire team, explore various hostile environments, and so forth. Inspector Schmidt, The Ebbing, is a detective mystery-style RPG set in a Bavarian village, involving a mysterious death and strange telegraph signals. Willow Guard is a story-driven RPG that mixes dungeon crawling with interactive fiction. There is a demo available. And there's Burden of Command, which is a tactical RPG set during World War II, where you must deal not only with the dangers of actual battle, but also your own soldiers' morale and trust in an effort to bring them all home. Judonia 2 is an online co-op open-world RPG that allows for up to 4 players. It'll hit early access this week. Crashlands 2 it did hit early access this week. Sorry about that. This is the actual releases. Crashlands 2 is an open-world crafting/survival RPG set on an interstellar world where you befriend various aliens, craft weaponry, and survive. And Dungeomon is a creature collecting RPG where you raise and battle your own virtual pets against others. Traveler's Refrain is an action RPG where you wield a magical instrument and engage in song casting to explore a forbidden forest for your lost love. Castle of Alchemists is a tower defense/action RPG hybrid game where you play an enhanced warrior, going about building defenses and crafting weapons to defend your home. Healed to Death is a roguelite where you play the healer in an MMORPG-inspired world. You get to manage your party, explore the dungeon, and deal with things using healing and support spells. Finally, Deepest Dungeon is a roguelike dungeon crawler with extraction elements where you explore a changing maze, collect goods, and try to escape with your belongings. And on that, let's take a look at crowdfunding campaigns. Remember that contributing to a crowdfunding campaign should be done only at your own risk. Doing so is no guarantee of even receiving a product mentioned here is not an endorsement, but it is for informational purposes only. And only a few caught my eye this week. There's Seed of Nostalgia, a classic pixel JRPG inspired by the SNES and PS1 golden era, where you play a young guardian of the Great Tree setting out to confront a dark empire. Then there's Musestruck, a 2D platform RPG with a focus on art and magic, where you play 2 artist friends looking to explore a magical world to make it back home. And on that note, I'm going to wrap things up here. As always, links will be below. As I said, I may have to delay the tabletop one. I'll try and get it out. I'm taking a little bit of a break from the hospital for now because she seems to be a little bit stable right now. But yeah. Anyway, until next time, take care and goodbye. And I appreciate all the well wishes for the past few weeks. It's been rough.
And if you are still watching, I would like to take the opportunity to thank my supporters, the top tiers of which are listed on the screen, without whose support I would not have been able to offer the variety of content that I have on this channel throughout the years. If you're feeling particularly generous and would like to join them, you can support the channel. There are a variety of options to do so. I have a Patreon, a Subscribestar, as well as channel memberships enabled. If you are not in a position to contribute, simply leaving a like, a comment, or sharing my videos are all wonderful ways to help the channel grow without spending a dime, and are all greatly appreciated.